And guess what? It's Crypto Hulk time, folks. We're going to talk about Cypherium today. Should we invest? Should we dump it? Should we pump it? You know, whatever. We're going to find out with that. A lot of people are wanting to know. As we kind of get close to the cryptos taking off, I'm getting a lot of requests. Hey, Crypto Hulk, I mean, I'm not going to go over just any cryptos. If we go over ones that are like ISOs or very similar like that, ISOs that'll be used heavily by the financial world, then these are the ones I'll talk about in the program. So not all of them are ISOs. Not all of them are, let's say, interledger, but they use interledger. So some of them are still kind of proof of work, proof of stake, you know, these kind of things. But it's all going to work together, all right? Because some of the things some cryptos can do and other cryptos can't do them, all right? So the cryptos will work together. That's what we're going to basically go over today. My name is Crypto Hulk. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a crypto advisor. I'm just here to let you know my opinion on some research. Don't do anything I say. Don't invest more than you can afford to lose. I don't know what's going to happen with crypto. I'm just reading stuff off. My show's totally fake, so just go with that. I got some Zaya rum, 23 bucks. It's a blended rum with up to 16 years of rum in it, different kinds of blends, and it's damn good. It's my favorite. Okay. I got an affiliate now. It's for an air purifier. And someday I'll make a little video on it. It's called Medify Air. You can find it in the description. Yeah, I'm kind of going a little commercial. Why not? So, Hunar Hawez is here. Welcome back. Underpass 61, Chef Dave. So, if you look at the description, I have a link. Now, I have a Medify Air MA110, I believe. So it's like the most expensive one that they got. But I'm getting a 1,100 square foot apartment. The air filtered like 8 times an hour, so it just smells like damn good in this place. But if you're interested, you know, some people don't care. I have an issue where I walk into a house, I want it to smell perfectly clean. So that's why I got it. Someday I'll turn the little camera. Well, I guess I could maybe kind of do it. It's right there. That one right there. That sucker is the best on the market. And you can see I got the little vibration. I got it at Costco. I got this thing. I think it runs about 160 bucks. So for certain problems I got, I'm not an affiliate for those products, so I'm not gonna talk them, but it's pretty cool stuff if you have some medical issues like me. All right, now let's get into Ciphereum. What is it and all that jazz? I got 4 pages of notes. I can't possibly go over all these notes. I got like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, about 4.5 pages. Okay, Cypherium. So this show is going to be an educational program. My shows usually are. When I do deep dives, so what I did is I went to Ciphereum and I did a whole internet search. And trust me, this sucker, Cypherium, is like a secret project, kind of. Like you can't find stuff of... you can find Cypherium stuff that's put out only by like Cypherium. I did some really dig deep in like some forensic kind of discovery on the internet, and I can usually pull up some things, but Cypherium was like nothing. I did find out some interesting stuff about ICOs that it ICO'd. So I'm going to get into this. This is like some work right here. What I did is I went over the white paper for Cypherium. Okay, a white paper tells you, okay, a white paper is like let's relate it to a scientific journal paper. Like if you come out with a new drug, the white paper would be like this 20, 30, 40 page report explaining to the world what it is, the background, da, 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 da. It's like the final, it's like a doctoral thesis, or no, like a master's thesis. It's about that long. To graduate with a master's degree in a thesis, it's about 50 pages. And so I went through this white paper. I did about 80% of it. And it took me about 3 hours to kind of go through. I skipped over a lot of the technical diagram stuff because I'm not trying to take a course in coding. So what I'm going to do tonight is basically teach you what I know. This will be basic level. Some of you will be like, oh my God, what the hell is he talking about? But this is really basic stuff. I can't even begin to explain any of the stuff in there because I'm not a technical person. So it's called a white paper. Every crypto has a white paper. And I'm going to attempt today and tomorrow, because there's a lot of information. I'll see how it goes. I might just discuss it today only. If you want to keep learning, then I can discuss it tomorrow in a program. Let's see. Bart Hills checking in from Tampa Bay. MetaMan X, Cypherium. So I'll get into this. Okay, this is going to be some work. I'm going to warn you. Okay, I'm going to kind of blaze through this. I'm just going to do front and back of this paper, and if it takes us 30 minutes or something, then that's it, or 40. But I'm not going to get into like the other pages because I mean I could really discuss Cypherium for like 4 hours. Well, 3 hours if I had to. There's a lot of stuff. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because I'm not trying to have a hype channel. If you're going to watch my channel, you're going to learn a lot about crypto and whether you want to invest in a certain crypto or not. These other people on the platform will go over a crypto for like 2 minutes, and then you're like, okay, yeah, I'll invest. Well, I'm going to dump probably 30, 40 minutes, and then I want you to be an intelligent investor. I want you to know a little bit about the tech. I don't want you to be dumb like 99% of these other whatevers, and you're going to invest in something just because it's going up. I want you to understand what Ciphereum is and why should you get it or not get it, okay? And it takes longer than 2 minutes for me to explain it. Here we go. So when I did some research before I went to the Cypherium website, I did some forensic investigations, and I found this stuff out that you cannot find on the internet. Top ICOs to watch in 2018. So like 4 years ago, there was an ICO thing going on. Okay, a lot of cryptos were doing initial coin offerings, kind of like what stocks do. And Ethereum was one of them. And what the SEC did was allowed certain ones to get through and other ones not to get through. And then they could never comment on why they would let some go through and not. The SEC is a criminal organization, all right? So there was a list of the top ICOs to watch in 2018. Monitoring practices and improving supply chain. So Cypherium is like a supply chain crypto, okay? That's what this particular short article that I was looking through in 2018, it was relating Cypherium to a monitoring practices and improving supply chain. So now we know that Cypherium, at least according to this 2018 article, is a type of supply chain. Now it probably can do a couple different things, but so VeChain would be like a competitor to that. So if you're a person who likes VeChain, you might probably want to look into Cypherium. All right. Cypherium was designed to address the weakness of the current blockchain infrastructure, being transaction scalability. So back in the day, Bitcoin and Ethereum were like the kings and queen, but they were very slow, okay? So Cypherium's job was to try to make a faster blockchain. Cypherium developers are from Amazon, Google, and Microsoft. I want you to understand this. Like the biggest, most advanced crypto companies in the world design Cypherium, not some dummies or some no-name company out of some little dinky-ass country. We're talking, so basically, who made Cypherium? Amazon, Google, and Microsoft. Doesn't that kind of tell you something? They're in deep, okay? According to this site that I found, Cypherium aims to fundraise $25 million in an ongoing tokens pre-sale. This was said back in 2017, because remember, it was an article, What to Expect in 2018. So it was written in 2017. They're having ICOs. Cypherium raises money. Did you ever hear why the SEC authorized that one? I have not. In fact, I haven't even heard of Cypherium until I did an OMFIS instructional, a couple videos for you guys. All of a sudden, see how some cryptos get through the gate and others get busted, and the SEC doesn't tell you why. Conspiracy, okay? It means something. And where was the SEC there? And no other YouTuber, like I'm not hearing any other YouTuber. That's why I do my own research, because I'm like, well, I've been in crypto 2.5 years. I haven't heard any other YouTuber deep diving on Cypherium, explaining the white papers, and also talking about, well, yeah, how's come they got to have an ICO and nobody else didn't? So that's why I'm trying to have my own show so I can teach you and not just give it lip service like every other channel, but I'm trying to teach you exactly what Cypherium is. You make your own decision based on the research that I do. Now, there's another crypto called Telcoin, Telcoin, and that was an ICO December 11th, 2017. It raised $10 million. No SEC action against that one that I'm aware of. Then you got Rentberry. It's like a rental crypto type of crypto. It ICO December 5th, 2017. They raised $30 million. I don't know if they got in trouble. Carblocks, I think I've heard of this one. Carblocks is a supply chain crypto. Think of VeChain. So Cypherium, VeChain, Carblocks. I don't know if that Carblocks still exists, but if you're into supply chain type cryptos, you'll probably want to look into those, all right? So now we've got 3 supply chain cryptos. I've never heard these other ones on any other YouTube channel. So that's why I'm talking about it. So if you're a person who, I like supply chain logistics. We have a major problem in the world. It's called supply chain, okay? I think in the future, Carblocks might be one you might want to look into. And Cypherium and VeChain. So now you got about 3 options. There's another crypto called Purity, Peerity, and it allows people to own their own data. So like Purity. So that means you could, whatever's on the internet, this is a crypto that would help you own your own identity and whatever information's out there, so nobody can like post shit in your name or whatever it is. That one ICO'd February 1st, 2018. I don't remember hearing any SEC action against them. But there sure is a hell of a lot of action against Ripple, isn't there? Very interesting. Chef Dave's like, this one sounds like a gem. Well, that's why I'm trying to educate you. Look, this could be your future. Some people might want to bet everything they got on Cypherium because I think it's like a penny, 1 cent. They're like, fuck, I could buy a whole bunch of that shit, okay? So I'm trying to teach you. I'll give you my honest opinion, but I'm not telling you to buy it or not buy it. My job is to deep dive into white papers, bring you the best information on any channel, and then you decide for yourself. You don't listen to these YouTubers telling you what to buy unless you're being instructed like this, okay? This is a very thorough, forensic review of a crypto. I'm not like on NBC talking about it for like 1 minute or 2 minutes or something. No, we're fucking studying the shit out of Cypherium, okay? Next, Cypherium is a Web3 ready blockchain. Now, this is according to their website. So this is now whatever it's 2022, okay? Cypherium is Web3 ready. So they're ready to go with the latest advancements. There's bridges. So it's a bridge. Cypherium's a bridge, kind of like Ripple. There's CBDC work done with it, kind of like Ripple. DeFi and Web3 interoperability. Sound familiar? There's a little secret, though, that I don't want to give away. And their technology has like a little secret to it. And then I'll let my sidekick Junior tell you.
Well, the secret is this crypto is based on the XRP ledger. So it's basically Ripple.
Wait, get down and quit trying to steal the show. All right. It's an instant ledger. Eric M, hello. It's an instant ledger to process real-time transactions. Sounds just like XRP, don't it? Cypherium is a smart contract platform. It's a trusted database to connect CBDCs, digital assets, and decentralized apps. My God, it sure sounds a lot like XRP and Ripple and all that stuff, doesn't it? Junior bringing the news and views. I will start working Junior more into my programs. I've got to break him in. I might need an assistant when I get my big channel set up. It's an open network. Cypherium's an open network for contributors. Open network. So XRP Ledger is also open. I say they are a crypto running on XRPL and Ethereum based. So as I'm studying Cypherium, I'm guessing at this point. Now, I haven't read, at this point, I have not read the whole white paper. As I'm reading it, I'm making assumptions. And I'm like, it sure sounds like it's like interoperable, instant. That sounds like XRP. And then when the white paper starts talking about a smart contract, that sounds like Ethereum. But let's continue. So here I'm just guessing. It transforms business, law, and enterprise solutions. Business and then law. Remember when about a week or two ago, look it up, I did a video on Codius. And Codius handles business, law, like 6 or 8 different things. Then it got me to thinking, well, wait a minute. Maybe Cypherium is running on the XRP ledger and uses Ethereum, which it kind of does. We'll get into that. But then it has Codius with the smart oracle. See, Ethereum's a smart contract. What does smart contracts need? Smart oracles. So the hierarchy, the most important thing is you need a smart oracle before a smart contract. Got it? Now we're starting to get into this thing pretty deep. But wait, there's more. Codius, I reported that has business and law. Codius is mixed up here. These are my notes to myself. As I'm reading this white paper, I'm starting to put 2 and 2 together. I'm seeing between the lines. I'm seeing what's really going on that they're not talking about, okay? See, when I do research, I can see dead people. Codius is mixed up here as the smart oracle for the smart contracts. I said Cypherium runs on the XRP ledger and Codius. That is what I would guess, okay? Next, it says Cypherium, here we go. Now, what the hell is it? Is a consensus hybrid mechanism, proof of work, and hot stuff, okay? So it is now a proof of work type crypto, more on the Ethereum end. And we're like, oh, now it's probably not sounding as good, huh? But wait, there's more. So it's a hybrid. Now remember, I deep dived XDC, kinda. And that was also a hybrid, wasn't it? We learned that XDC was using proof of work and proof of stake. And then some kind of algorithm or something. And guess who's also doing that? Cypherium, okay? It is based on, so hot stuff. I know that name sounds kind of funny. Hot stuff is a type of technology that they're using, and it's a Satoshi Nakamoto original permissionless thrustless consensus mechanism. Good luck with what the fuck that is. It's kind of like the XDC and the Byzantine network setup. That's my best guess. Is Cypherium is similar to an XDC because they're both like hybrid kind of things and they're using some proof of work. But this one is using a Byzantine network setup. And again, good luck with what the fuck that is. Next. The Cypher, here we go. Now, it's not me talking about this. It's the white paper because it's going to start to thrash Vitalik Buterin. Now, I might have thrown in his name and shit, but this is not my opinion. I'm reading you what the white paper says. I'm just kind of summarizing it. The white paper says Bitcoin and Ethereum made an attempt but failed. That's what it says. You go in there and look up the white paper yourself. They were simply not ready. Bitcoin and Ethereum were not ready to achieve their goals. And that was, I think, yeah. And I added Vitalik and Satoshi were failures, okay? ICOs started getting blocked, and then the crypto fell into a period of hibernation after the 2017-18 moon. So what happened is crypto took off, and then right about January of 2018, there was a shutdown of crypto. I think that's because the people at the top were getting nervous that this crypto's taken off way too fast. Now, this is my opinion with what I'm studying. You got crypto just boom, like Bitcoin comes up 2008. Ethereum's invented, I don't know, 2012-ish at the early stages or something, because that's when maybe 13, 14, whatever, 15. Because Ripple had to start first. Vitalik came over to try to steal the stuff from Ripple. And in 2017, late, there was like this big boom. People made crazy money. I think Ripple might have, or the XRP might have went from 0.000 whatever to like $3.84. Oh my God, instant like 50 millionaire, 100 millionaires were made, right? And then it went boom, back down, okay, to like 8 cents or something. That's kind of when I started getting in right around 2.5 years ago, okay? So it says even Bitcoin couldn't attain what its white paper goal of being a peer-to-peer payments was for. The white papers for Cypherium tell us that Bitcoin failed to do what the white paper says, meaning it wanted to be a world currency, like a peer-to-peer. It failed, okay? Not my opinion. Look in the fucking white paper and you can read it. So if your butt hurt because you got Ethereum and Bitcoin and I'm talking all kinds of shit, no, it's not me. You go in the Cypherium white paper and read for yourself that Ethereum and Bitcoin are failures, all right? Now, we all remember Facebook. They had something called Libra and the Chinese digital yuan. So yeah, Libra that failed. And then there's like a Chinese currency, Underpass 61. Thanks for your donation. Here's 2/3 of a gallon of gas for you, Hulk. That's where it's going that way, Underpass. I'm telling you. So Facebook and Lira, and then there was like the Chinese digital whatever money was, failed because the need because they need to have trusted third parties and not a trustless mechanism to work. See, Ripple is trustless, and all the popular, like XLM, is trustless. These proof of work require trust from a third party to like validate a transaction, okay? Cypherium base, instant ledger process for real-time transaction. So Cypherium has instant ledger process for real-time transactions. Gee, I wonder how they achieve that. Maybe XRP? X, whatever it is. Thanks for your donation to the channel. I appreciate that. Smart contract platform. So we know, according to the white paper of Cypherium, it's an instant ledger process. There's real-time transaction, but it uses a smart contract platform. Oh, very interesting. For all, it has a use case for all industries. Sounds to me like Codius, you guys. Codius is a way for all that stuff to happen. A trusted database to connect isolated data, islands around the world, an open network like XRP Ledger, a secure vault, and it combats threats. Listen to this one. It combats threats to data privacy. I'm kind of wondering if PolySign's mixed up in this. I put a little note in there, PolySign with a question mark. Technical background. Blockchain consists of 3 layers. So think of a blockchain, any blockchain, or just think of any crypto. It requires a network. It requires consensus. And the third part is it requires a smart contract, okay? And that was page 1. Let me see here. Under current conditions, proof of work in Bitcoin can process. Now, here we go. Now we're going to talk how fast. Charles Looney, thanks for your donation to the channel. Charles, Hulk, glad you're back. It was getting kind of boring at night without the Hulk fam. I know. It's fun making the videos because I know I'm going to change people's lives with the information that they learn. I take pride in educating people to make better crypto decisions than to watch these fools on YouTube or on this platform and then cover their eyes and say, I'm going to get that. On this show, I'm telling you, we are breaking down Cypherium to where you will know exactly whether... Oh, yeah, where's 2W at? Maria V. Where's 2... There he is. All right. Okay, 2Dub's back on as a moderator. So, Bitcoin, listen to this. Here's why Bitcoin's a failure. Okay, now we're going to talk like facts, like we always do. Under the white paper says, under current conditions, that means back in 2017, Bitcoin can process a block in 10 minutes. That means transaction time, 10 minutes. That means you slide your, let's say if you had a credit card, you'd slide it through to pay, 10 minutes before it gets paid. Does that sound like it's going to work?
No.
Next, it has a scaling problem of 3 to 7 transactions per second. So in 10 seconds, Bitcoin can probably process 30 transactions in 30 seconds on average. 3 per second. Okay, 90. I'm sorry, I'm doing the math wrong. So each second, Bitcoin can process 3 to 7 transactions. Now, listen to this. Visa can do 30,000 per second. Bitcoin, 3 to 7. Visa, 30,000. Do you really think Bitcoin, I mean, I'm not going to ask that question. It's rhetorical. It's rhetorical. Mando8519, thanks for your donation to the channel. Thanks for deep diving this Hulk. Here to learn and hear your views. And I'm here to make sure you invest like a fucking genius, okay? I'm not telling you whether to invest in Cypherium or not. I'll just give you the facts and you decide based on what evidence I find. Bitcoin has a problem of finality, says the white paper. Finality means it's as a permanent record. Nick Hamilton shows up. Thank you, Nick Hamilton. And we're going over we're having a little college course here, Nick. People are going to walk away way smarter after this show. But let me get back out of here. We're on a roll. Got to keep moving, right? The white paper for Cypherium says Bitcoin has a problem of finality. Well, what is finality, Crypto Hulk? Finality means a permanent record on the blockchain. With Bitcoin, bad actors can tamper with the transaction history. And if there's a 51% hack of the Bitcoin network, guess what? It can result in a double spend hack. That means they can take your transaction, back it up, and then they own your Bitcoin, and they can spend it. See how that works? So they can like undo your transaction. So you go to look on your blockchain and your fucking money's gone. That's what's possible for a 51% hack. That's not going to work for Bitcoin. So all those crazy Bitcoin maxis doing all this down with the banks, and Bitcoin's the pure way. Really, 3 to 7 transactions per second. Honestly, when Visa can do 30,000, do you remember 2.5 years ago? Look back at my earlier shows, and I'm saying Bitcoin's a pile of poo-poo. So is Ethereum. No other person on this platform, nobody on CommieTube has said anything like that. And I'm there all by myself saying this stuff. And I know people are watching and that Crypto Hulk guy, he's brand new. What the fuck does he know? Why is he saying Bitcoin's going to 0 and Ethereum? He doesn't know a damn thing. 3 to 7 transactions per second. That shit's not going to work, okay? Now let's talk about Ethereum. Well, but Crypto Hulk, Vitalik's a cool guy. And he wears like cartoon t-shirts and shit. Okay, let's talk about how not genius he is. It says here, Ethereum can generate a new block in 12 seconds. Oh, well, Bitcoin, it takes 10 minutes. Ethereum, it takes 12 seconds. Ethereum requires 50 confirmations to gain a valid transaction. That ain't gonna work either. Proof of stake. So now we know XDC is proof of stake. And now Ethereum is trying to be proof of stake. Okay, I'm trying to show you this here for a reason. Let's go with it. This is what Cypherium white paper says. Proof of stake has its problems. Oh, you think so? Ethereum wants to be proof of stake. There is a 3-tier, tier means T-I-E-R, like 3 level. With Ethereum, with proof of stake, what Ethereum wants to be, there's a 3-level layer of tasks that must be completed to validate a transaction. It takes 3 minutes. Oh, but proof of stake says half a second. See, people that are proof of stake say, oh, no, it doesn't take 3 minutes. We can do it in half a second. But proof of stake cannot prove it, according to the white paper of Ciphereum. I'm going to tell you something right now. Ethereum can merge into proof of stake. It's still a piece of shit. Got it? All righty, let's move on. What is hot stuff, Crypto Hulk? And let's figure this out. Cypherium uses proof of work and hot stuff, okay? Hot stuff still works with the Byzantine and nodes. So that's kind of like an XDC. Hot stuff is kind of like how an XDC works. Hot stuff still faces scalability issues. That's how many people can be doing shit at like the same time. The more nodes, the system slows down. So when you got proof of stake, the more nodes that you have, it slows everything down. Facebook Libra was an implementation of hot stuff, okay? I've never heard any of this kind of stuff on YouTube channels, so I'm kind of glad that I made my own channel, because I always wonder, like, what the hell is Libra? Why did it never work? No one talks about it, so I like discovering shit. Not that I'm a crypto geek or nothing, but just sometimes the shit's cool. I always wonder, like, what the fuck happened with Facebook's Libra? I'm breaking it down right now. Facebook's Libra used hot stuff. Ciphereum uses hot stuff and proof of work. Oh. Libra is a permissioned, and nodes require permission from Libra to get stuff done. So the problem with Libra, like XRP, is a permissionless, so it moves a lot faster. And it's safer because it's not vulnerable to like a hack or a bad actor telling people what to do. Libra is backed by fiat money, or it was. Facebook's Libra was backed by fiat money and is centralized. That's a bad thing. It's centralized in nature. So the problem why Libra wasn't going to get the green light, see, hot stuff was developed. Now, I'm not trying to get like, okay, there's some questions by some people. Let's put it like that. There's questions by some people with hot stuff. Is it an agent of the Chinese government? Because there's some ties with China into hot stuff. I don't know how deep it goes. I'm not trying to scare anybody, but just I kind of heard from somebody that like they're all, isn't China involved something with Cypherium? Well, it's got some kind of Chinese connection, and that's a little bit of an issue. Maybe the person who, or the people that were working on hot stuff were not involved with the Chinese government, but that's a hard thing to do because the Chinese government is usually involved in everything. So now that kind of makes me kind of wonder some stuff, all right? But it's just my thought. I'm not making any statements. But it's centralized. Hot stuff is, Facebook's Libra was centralized, okay? Not a good thing. Cypherium has a proprietary algorithm. Cypherium has a proprietary algorithm. Well, what did we learn about Terra and Luna? Those were kind of algorithmic cryptos. Now, I'm not saying algorithmic cryptos are all bad. If they're done the right way, like I really think, well, I'll give you my opinion later if we do this. So Cypherium does have an algorithm in it, all right? Just trying to let you know. It has validator nodes based on proof of work. Cypherium has validator nodes based on proof of work. Ouch. But on a distributed network. Oh, well, what the hell? So Crypto Hope, you mean we got proof of work mixed up on a distributed ledger network? Let me tell you something. All the money, like Rosie Rios, all the money. Everything's going to probably run on XRP ledger. I've told you from like 2.5 years ago, I'm going to bet like 85% of everything on the fucking planet. Not 100%. I'm going to say like 85 or something percent of everything runs on the XRP ledger, including Cypherium. Got it? So even though it's proof of work, it's using digital ledger technology to make shit happen. Okay? Vitalik Buterin got it like half right. Okay? But he's not that smart. He's really not. because he made a failure. Ethereum's a failure, okay? So what will make Ethereum work fully is where he stole the Ethereum code from XRP. Now you getting it? So Ethereum is a smart contract. Now here's the weird part. When I taught you guys about Codius a couple weeks back, Ripple and Ethereum made Codius, the smart oracle. I don't know how the smart contract Ethereum ended up all kinds of fucked up, okay? But what we know is that now maybe Codius, Ethereum, this is back in the day, we're talking 2012, maybe 14. I read that Codius article, the white paper. Ethereum helped Ripple because Ripple gave congratulations to Ethereum for helping them make Codius. Now, maybe they put it together and there was problems. Because not too much longer after that, well, some years later, you got Vitalik releasing Ethereum, which failed. So somehow, whatever collaboration Ethereum had with Ripple to make Codius, they probably didn't have it working completely right, but they had to continue. That's why Codius as a project just disappeared. No one heard about it. I really think it's the Flare network, but that's off the side. That's a whole nother subject. I want to start getting into different things. Let me continue on. So Cypherium is an algorithm, which I'm not really quite digging. And it has validator nodes, which we know slow down proof of stake, which is Cypherium. But it has a distributed ledger, which is Ripple. See what I mean? So it kind of like, I'll tell you my opinion here a little bit. Patty, thanks for your donation to the channel. Great job, Crypto Hulk. I've learned so much from you. Thank you so much. Keep up the great work. Because I'm trying to make sure Patty and everybody are the smartest crypto investors. Because you cannot get wrecked watching my show unless you have no fucking brains in your head. There's no way you can. And what I'll probably do is like what I'm doing now. I went over XDC. Now I'm going over Cypherium. Like I'm going to teach you not in 2 minutes, but maybe in like an hour or something. And then you'll know whether you want to invest in Cypherium ever again. So now we're at 42 minutes. So Cypherium overcomes disadvantages with the distributed ledger technology. So Cypherium has problems, but since it uses Ripple, the problems are fixed. Got it? It uses the XRP ledger and it has validators. It has validator nodes. It is anchored by hot stuff algorithm and can offer instant settlement just like Ripple. Runtime is 20 to 30 milliseconds. That's pretty damn fast. It has 2 to 3 confirmations are all that is needed to accept a block. Now, even though standard proof of work, I already told you, like Ethereum is 50 confirmations, this only requires 2 to 3. So when different cryptos run on an XRP ledger and then use, in my opinion, Codius, speeds that shit up super fast. So you can use I don't want to call it a competitor. Different blockchains are going to do different things. Different cryptos, are going to do different things. And what happens is when you utilize the XRP ledger, it helps to fix all the problems of the other cryptos, okay? Cypherium has speeds of a DAG. Okay, now this is something interesting. You've all heard of HBAR, so it's a hash craft, okay? So it's not like a crypto. Cypherium has the speed of a DAG, which is like an HBAR. It adds to the availability of information and makes it more decentralized than DAGs. So Cypherium is more decentralized, which is good. You want it really, really. Cypherium is more decentralized than HBAR, okay? You want something that's decentralized so you don't have the rich people at the top fucking with everything, all right? It's spread out throughout the whole world where everybody has an equal part. The more centralized something gets, it gets to like the rich people at the top controlling it, all right? Cypherium, they have a virtual machine. Now, if you know anything about Ethereum, they also have a virtual machine. So both of these are kind of like proof of work, but then there's also a proof of stake aspect in this as well with algorithms. Many public blockchains now support smart contracts. The problem is they haven't fixed the problems of Ethereum, which is a smart contract. Some focus on domains such as Libra. So Libra focuses on domains, which is on their blockchain Move. So Facebook's Libra was a crypto that operated on a blockchain called Move, M-O-V-E. It doesn't solve the smart contract problem, though, okay? That's why it needs smart oracles. Codius, which is Ripple. The Cypherium virtual machine adopts, this I thought was really kind of cool. The Cypherium virtual machine adopts the popular Java contract problem. I've heard of Java. It's like a script or whatever. Like Java has something to do with computer people. That's been around forever. Okay, so that's what Cypherium is using, is like Java. Cypherium, let's see. Cypherium adopts Java virtual machine for its smart contract computation. That's what Ethereum does not have. So Cypherium has Java, which is for smart contract computation. Ethereum has like a smart contract, but doesn't have something to help it computate it. What they really need is the smart oracle to help the smart contract do the complications. The Java virtual machine. So there's a JVM. So you have an Ethereum virtual machine, a Cypherium virtual machine, and we also have a Java virtual machine, because these are smart contract based those. So they have that virtual machine thing going on to help the smart contract do what it's supposed to do. Okay. I know it's starting to get kind of technical here, and I don't even know what the hell I'm explaining. The Java virtual machine has the biggest number of device installations in the world. So Java is on more devices anywhere in the world. Cypherium uses Java. Got it? So it's pretty technical. There's a lot of fucking smart people that made Cypherium, okay? And they use a lot of like readily globally accepted technologies. This is where Google and Microsoft engineers fit in. Android, how many has an Android phone or used to have one? Well, Crypto Hope, what's Android got to do with all this? Well, Android is a Java virtual machine variation. Damn, that's pretty interesting. Okay. Now see, I put in my notes, now see how Cypherium fits in. It's the Bill Gates and Google trying to make their own crypto. Got it? They use a 64-bit Inteller support and etc. They are taking their computer knowledge, which is the old school, proof of work, proof of stake, and then running on Ripple Tech and the ledger. They are trying to be relevant. So there's that one. I'm going to wrap it up. I'm just going to read off this last part, and then I'm pretty much done for this program, but I'll explain some shit here after I'm done. There's Cypherium has self-contained automatic operation package. Cypherium will provide interfaces to Cosmos. So you've heard of the crypto called Cosmos, and Cypherium will provide interfaces for independent ledger protocol or interledger protocol. Users can easily use those interfaces, which is Codius, in my opinion, to interact with all blockchains. Okay. So now what we got going, well, Bill Hinman decides to show up finally. Hulk, I'd like to say it was only my opinion, no conflict of interest at all. Not my fault that I was holding Ethereum and it took off. Bill, I would call you a dirty name, but you gave me $20, so I'm not. Bill, make the lawsuit go away. Make the phone call, Bill. Make that phone call. Make the lawsuit go away, and me and you can be best friends, all right? Blockchains must be able to interact with assets. When I read that, let me read it again. Cypherium's white paper says blockchains must be able to interact with assets, but it didn't say digital assets, real world assets. I mean, what? I don't know. I just thought that was really interesting. And can, on legacy systems like Swift, to date, 3 types of cross ledgers. There's notary scheme. Okay, so that starts to get into more complicated shit. I'm going to end it with that. So, what the fuck did we just read? Okay. We read about Cypherium. Now, that's probably 75% of the white paper. And I'm probably not going to do another program on this. You pretty much got the gist, okay? Now, here's my opinion. I read you that news, and I'm going to give you my views, okay? I don't know if I'm going to buy it, okay? Because, you know what? But I'm not trying to discourage anybody either. Some of y'all probably bought it already, and you're like, oh, shit, maybe I don't want it after all. Or, you know what? I mean, what do I know, okay? I don't know what could happen. Maybe this, I don't think, okay, look. From what I understand, it's not going to outdo XRP. It's not going to happen. In fact, if it doesn't have XRP and Codius, which is XRP's Ripple, and then it's not going to work. It uses interledger protocol. It uses the XRP. Cypherium needs Ripple. I'm going to tell you what, all that fucking shit, every crypto, so I'm not putting down Cypherium, just look, every crypto will need XRP. You got it? Everyone. So, now with that, Cypherium is more like a supply chain, and it's going to probably be used in like the Fed now or faster payments and all that, you know? It's got its use. You've got Google, Microsoft, and whatever the fucking one it was. My God. It's deep connected into technology. But here's the other part. It's using old school technology, and then it's got all these damn smart people trying to make it work. You know, you got like the Bill Gates type people and the Google and the Amazon and shit trying to do everything they can to make this shit work. I'm not saying it's garbage, but it's just, yeah. Hold on, I'm just kind of reading a little. So that's kind of like my take on it. I had a friend call me and say, hey, can you look up Cypherium? And it took me like at least 3 hours to learn all this shit, okay? And it's not fun reading white papers. It's almost like scratching your nails on a chalkboard. It's like, somebody kill me, right? Somebody stick a fucking knife in my back. But I wanted to be able to make a show so you can make an intelligent decision. I didn't want anybody to panic. Like, at first I was like, oh, damn. Because, it comes out of nowhere. Cypherium comes out of nowhere. I've never heard nothing on any YouTube channel about it. And I listened to probably 10 different YouTubers over the past couple years. Not every show, but like enough. But I've never heard anything about Cypherium. Then when I do research on the OMFIF, I discover, Cypherium and Algorand are, they're like, I've heard of Algorand before. Don't make it sound like, well, Crypto Hulk, you just discovered. No, when the OMFIF says they're going to utilize Algorand and Cypherium, that's a big fucking deal. Okay, Algorand's been around. Like, I'm not tripping on that shit. But when the OMFIF mentions they're going to be utilizing Algorand and Cypherium globally for faster payments, then it's like, what? Okay. So that made me have to do a deep dive into Cypherium. So I think what Hulk is trying to relay is there are other possible cryptos in our future. Yeah, I've told you guys this a million times. New people probably don't know. I just said it 10 minutes ago. Different cryptos do different things, okay? You can't have one crypto do everything. That shit's not going to work. So that's why there's a highway called XRP. And on that highway, there's Porsches, Lamborghinis, Aston Martins, Jaguars, Corvettes, all the cars that we're going to buy once we're rich, okay? The XRP ledger is the highway, and all the other cryptos run on it, and the ledger allows them to do what they do, okay? It's the store of value because it's an interoperable ledger, okay? So the Cypherium truck is driving down the road. It wants to take an off-ramp off the road, which is the ledger, and get on a different highway. That's what the XRP ledger does. It's like you're driving down the XRP ledger northbound, and you see exit 37 because you want to go to highway 37. So you take that exit. Now you're on highway 37 because the ledger let you do it. The ledger is not the truck carrying all the good stuff in it. But it allows the truck to go from one road, take that exit, and get on a different road, and then keep going. Okay? Now, what's more important, the truck that has all the food in it or the road? If there's no road, the truck ain't going anywhere. Got it? So, of course, there's different cryptos. I've been saying that shit for 2 years. And the ledger, again, is that road that allows the different highways to come in and cross over and do underpasses and overpasses and all that shit. That's what XRP is. It's the ledger, the master ledger, that I feel 85% of shit can run on that ledger. Cypherium's going to have a use. All the ISOs, that's the only thing I don't like getting into anything else of ISOs. Why? Because the ISOs and or the cryptos that the OMFIF mentions, those are the important cryptos where that allows the world to run, okay? Yeah, it's not a Matic, it's not a Cosmos. I'm just saying me, I'm not talking about you. Personally with me, I want the ISO cryptos, or I'll tell you about them because they're going to help the world on-ramp, off-ramp, on-ramp. So they're going to allow all the other thousands of cryptos to do the shit they do. Got it? So they're all going to come. Now, these are all the good cryptos I'm talking about. So you've got the best cryptos. Well, okay, I'm going to call them the best cryptos. Those are all the ISOs and the ones that the OM talks about. Those are all the best. Why? Because they have the most utilization, okay? They're not speculation. They're not going up in value just because, oh shit, Elon Musk talked about it, so I'm going to invest in it. That's the stupidest fucking shit you could ever tell me. Please don't ever tell me that, okay? I'm going to look at you like you're a fucking moron, all right? The ISOs are designed with utility. Utility is king. All the different ISOs, they do different shit, okay? They all help. They're going to help all the surrounding good cryptos get on this off-ramp, go to that one. Now it's a smart contract. Now it's this. That's what the top cryptos that I talk about, they're like the king and queen and all that stuff. And everybody else needs those core cryptos like the ISOs. All the other cryptos need those core cryptos to do what they do, okay? And some of those outside ones might end up being more valuable than the inner core. I'm going with the most utility, not the most money. Got it? So I don't care if a Cosmos goes to $1 million per crypto. I'm not trying to waste my time trying to figure out what the fuck's going to happen 5, 10 years. I'm going to waste my time figuring out the most utility, not the most expensive. I'm going with the most. Now, if it happens to be the most expensive, great, cool. Because the way that I'm investing and the way that I would tell my friends to invest, it's not that we're trying to find the most expensive crypto. No. Because right now, Bitcoin's the most expensive crypto, and it's not looking fucking good for the future, okay? We want to go with the cryptos that have the most utility that are going to be using all the time, 24/7, 365 days a week. All the ISO cryptos, everything runs on that shit, okay? It'll probably have a very, very stable value and will never get like outdated, okay? The outside cryptos and all that shit, they're going to need all the ISOs. Got it? To get shit done. Maybe some of the far outside ones are going to, like I said, it might be worth $1 million. I don't know. I don't care. All right. So 2WW exactly says utility. That's what I'm saying. So I'm not trying to risk. When I talk about cryptos, I want to talk to you about cryptos that you don't have to worry about. Okay. They may not be the most expensive, but you're not going to get wrecked on ISO cryptos, or you're not going to get wrecked on cryptos that are mentioned in the OMFIF. There you have it. It's not how much you make, because with Bitcoin, you'd be up at 65,000, now you're down at 30. Who knows? One day maybe it's down to $5. I don't know. It's what you take. All right. But if you're somebody who doesn't know anybody in high places like me, we've got to invest in shit that has utility. Lock it up in a hardware wallet, put it in a Faraday bag so we don't have no electromagnetic pulse, fry the chips in our ledgers, put it in a safe deposit box in the bank, or give it to grandma and she could put it in her floor safe. I don't know. But that's my explanation or my results of my research on Cypherium. And I think that'll do it for today. I'll see you in my next program.